Peacemaker Culture Core Academy. I'm Ping. This is Caleb. And we are here with our The Suicide Squad spoiler, recap, and review.
That's right. Thank you, HBO Max. Y'all decided to drop that on Thursday instead of Friday.
Yeah, a day ahead.
And your boys hopped on that.
Yes, we did.
Quickly. So
Soon as it was available.
Right. We're here to bring it to you quickly. So, maybe you need to take the extra day, and watch it, and then you want to come back here. Maybe you need to watch this to decide if you want to see for yourself how good or bad it might be. But we got plenty to talk about because this movie was crazy.
This is wild, dude. First of all, we didn't know that they were going to Deadpool to us within the first part of the first act of the movie.
Right. Seriously, before credit on the screen roll through, so much insanity and hilarity goes down.
Yeah, for a couple of years in promoting the film, James Gunn was tweeting things like "Don't get too attached," hashtag The Suicide Squad, or something like that. And that is on base for this whole part of the movie.
He kept it very 100 with all of us on that.
Weapons survive more than some characters in this part of the movie, literally.
You know what? It was bold, and it quickly, I think, answered questions for some people, because I may have been in the minority, but when I first was seeing the trailers, I really was thinking, how and why are there so many people involved in the movie? Yeah. How, did not make a lot of sense, but...
and a lot of huge names.
A lot of big names.
Nathan Fillion. That's TDK.
Yeah, Pete Davidson. He somehow he manages to pop up in there.
What was his name? Black Card. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Card. They all pop up in there.
He was first.
Briefly. He was first because he was the snitch.
Yeah, right. Little narc, punk ass. we got old Captain Boomerang back.
It was. You get to see Boomerang and you got to see Harley. You got the little, vestiges from the past that carried over. It was nice. Yeah. It was nice.
That didn't last long though, because these dudes got murked. I was really, first of all, TDK's part was really weird. By the way, just want to get that out there. Shit was weird.
Hey, you know what? But I laughed. So
I did laugh.
I feel like Mission Accomplished. I feel like when he was hollering, he was talking about Mom.
Shit.
He was having his Lieutenant Dan moment.
Oh my God, that was so bad. But I do want to say that I was mad about how the promotion and the trailers and the beginning of the movie teased Michael Rooker's Savant to be such a cold-blooded, cold-hearted, just killer beast.
Hey, bro, you saw how he killed that bird, bro?
And he go turn right.
You saw him kill that bird, bro?
And he just go turn tail and run.
What was he supposed to do?
He started hollering, too.
What was he supposed to do?
I would have left quietly. This man said, ah!
No, you're right about that.
I'm like, bro, what? Come on, dude.
Come on. Waller wasn't trying to have it. And you know what? To be clear, that was also a very prominent theme of the movie. Is Waller does not care.
But she was definitely that version of Amanda Waller in the original Suicide Squad film. But it has been cranked up. The gas is being pumped through this one, dude. She is not playing around with these fools. She is not messing. No remorse. Later on in the movie, when she has a chance to show remorse, it will not be shown. She just has to be subdued. What else? Jesus Christ, we just laughed at that for a while because it was really that funny.
Hey, I'm sorry, it really was funny. All that ish. Weasel can't swim.
Man,
that's a huge oversight. Somebody needs to lose their job or something, or at least get demoted for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we leave that act, and Harley gets the javelin from Javelin. He's one of the characters that dies.
The heartfelt moment.
Pretty much every goddamn body else except for her and Rick Flag, who is my OG for the movie. He's still my dude. I like him more in this movie than I did in Suicide Squad. And he was dope in Suicide Squad.
I agree.
Then we figure out that there's been a second team in place the whole time. Because Amanda Waller, dude, these motherfuckers wasn't shit.
Cold-blooded. She said, I'm gonna get y'all a distraction.
Now we're introduced to the primary actual Task Force X of the movie, which is Idris Elba's Bloodsport.
Cena's Peacekeeper.
Yes. Ratcatcher 2.
Polka Dot
he's
Man.
in everything. Polka Dot Man's in everything. That dude is in every freaking thing.
Polka Dot Man got a great agent. I know that.
Yes, he does.
I know that much.
We get introduced to them, then we get a little backstory on all of them, and then we get back to the present, which is them arriving in Coto Maltese, and they have to, the job, what's the job, Caleb?
The job is y'all got to go in there, infiltrate John Time or
Jotunheim.
or you know the J place or whatever you need to say.
Where Loki's from.
Yeah, they got to go in. They got to go in there.
Yeah.
Set the thing off and deal with the Starro situation.
Yes, deal with the Starro Project. And we figure out the Starro Project is them, of course, taking Starro. Starro being one of the most famous villains of the Justice League. And most Justice League issues are episode 1s. They are combating Starro because he's not a villain you can just beat with super strength. You got to have a team with Batman and the Flash and Wonder Woman and Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter. And
Squad necessary.
Yeah, squad necessary, which is basically the movie. We get to the meat and bones of the movie, so we get a little character disposition. We get to figure out why everybody's there and the reason why everybody's there. We see our boy Nanawe, King Shark.
King Shark, you know.
I thought would be a more of a version from the Harley Quinn animated TV show, but it's not. It's kind of like the Hulk, but still, he's King Shark. He's a little simple, but he will eat a dude.
Yeah, King Shark. Yeah, King Shark, Street Shark. Whatever.
He was a street shark. He was a street shark.
Basically a street shark.
That hadn't been working out for a while. They got out.
Like he just needed the roller. He needed the rollerblades, bro.
He was an OG.
He just needed the rollerblades. That's all he needed, man.
He was an OG street shark.
Yeah, bro. I love it. Bring street sharks back. By the way, I'm down for that.
Yes, please do. Please do. Let's go live action street sharks.
Also, got to think about other hilarious moments. And again, Gunn does so well. Not only is he giving you some crazy action scenes, but he also was making you laugh.
Yeah, it's still funny.
A lot. It's still very funny. The whole scene where they finally have to detour from their mission, and they got to rescue Flag, and they get up there to him, and Flag is sitting up there chilling with old girl from Queen of the South, the leader of the drug cartel from Queen of the South. Now she's a freedom fighter, and they wiped out all her troops, bro. All the freedom fighters, they just like killed them.
Yeah, that sucks.
That whole scene was funny because we're all watching, being like, oh yeah, they get them, kill them, and they're like, oh man, those were the freedom fighters. Oh dang, bro,
Americans. But
this is what always happens. The American meddling is a running thing.
Yeah, business that ain't yours. But yeah, so what Caleb said, the comedy was on point throughout the entire film. There was no shortage of just some of the darkest humor, for real. And it's on base for this film. It's necessary for this film because we got Harley, we got Polka Dot Man, we got King Shark. You're not Peacemaker even. You're not even meant to take it seriously.
He stayed doing some ridiculous things.
Yeah, baby dicks and all kinds of shit. He's like, what do you say if I had what do you say?
To eat a whole beach
full of dicks
for liberty. I would. I would eat the most.
I can't stand him.
I mean, weird flex, bro. Literal definition of weird flex, but okay.
He was my favorite and least favorite character because he's a hoe, but he was so awesome. John Cena killed it. I need more of John Cena. And y'all might as well find a reason to hire John Cena at Marvel while y'all let it, dude. Let him be in Guardians. He might need to be Adam Warlock while y'all watch him.
Look, Cena's going to be busy. That Peacemaker show is coming out in January 2022, allegedly. Yeah, he was some fire.
Yeah, he was really good. Middle end of the movie, we get a little bit more disposition between characters. We get a callback to what Caleb and I called Suicide Squad Hits the Streets.
Yep.
And our top 10 DCEU moments. Go check it out.
The bar moment.
Yeah, we get the bar moment again with the guys in Corto Maltese because now they've all been rescued. Well, some of them. Most of it. We still haven't got back to Harley yet because Harley's been on the subplot of basically assassinating the dictator.
Like she went from but she was really. I think she was really down. I think she was really down until
he hit
until right. He got somewhere. I mean, I'm saying he got somewhere, and he just if he just didn't have to say the part about the children. I think she might have been all right with it. But,
yeah, man, she lit dude up. Damn.
But man, hey, you know what? She said, "Why do you have a real bullet in a gun that I thought was decorative? I thought it was a decorative gun. You know, it was real. That's poor gun safety."
Yes, and we get to see her before we get to the final act of the movie. This is the scene that I thought they were telling us the whole movie in the trailer, but this actually happens in like towards the middle and end of the movie where she snaps the then current dictator's neck. Well, no, current dictator is like freaking who is in there interrogating
the
her.
torturer, the main torturer, if you will.
So the torturer got his neck snapped, and then she breaks out. Oh, we get a continuation of another top 10 DCEU moment that Caleb and I highlighted, and she basically mauls an entire squadron of soldiers.
That scene was so good. So it was spectacular, y'all.
Kiss.
Very, very well done. We put her first prison, sort of set up fight scene in those moments. Mm-hmm. But I can tell you right now, this right here, top that. This was better.
Yeah.
Like
what was that? That was number 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This would be way higher than number 10. I'll tell y'all that right now.
Yeah, like that.
This particular scene would be a lot higher than number 10 where we had her over.
It was a lot of It was very well done. Cannot say enough good things about it.
And a good thing about this movie that Caleb and I discussed shortly before the video is that we're talking about this dope Harley scene, but the movie's not Harley centric like the first one was, or like Birds of Prey. It's not a Harley Quinn movie by any stretch.
Yep, they did a good job of having her be present and popping her in when necessary, so you don't forget about her. But it was by no means like a Harley Quinn, in the Suicide Squad at all.
Mm-mm. This was very Idris Elba centric, which you got to talk about him. I really do enjoy Deadshot's replacement more than I enjoy Deadshot. And Deadshot was cool. Yeah. I really enjoyed Will Smith's Deadshot.
No diss to Will or anything.
But it's very evident that Idris Elba's Bloodsport is a direct just continuation of sort of that narrative of him from the first film, because I think he was meant to take over a leadership role or something in this film, and so they had to pull somebody else in for it. And they did a good job. Idris Elba killed it.
Yeah, of course.
Same backstory with the daughter.
yeah, great actor though. He made it work. Mm-hmm. No complaints there from me.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have seen Idris Elba in a bigger role inside of the DCEU, but I'll take this because he killed it.
He did. Now we're out here. We get to the end game of things.
Yeah,
and once they finally make it inside the facility.
Inside of Jotunheim, where Loki is from.
Of Jotunheim. Once they get there and the charges start getting set, man, it was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
The action just takes things up to another level.
The Jackin came back, except for it just wasn't Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
By the way, she retrieved that javelin that she received at the beginning of the movie at this point, and she has been murking dudes with it. Because I have a question. Does it give her powers?
I feel like we might need to
because she's been able to do some acrobatics.
We might be able to look up something
about
the javelin.
Yeah,
about the javelin. I don't know.
Because she seemed kind of like Thor with it. You know what I mean?
She was wilding. She was wilding for sure. I definitely can't deny that she was wilding.
It seemed like Javelin, the guy Javelin, didn't deemed her worthy to wield the javelin.
Yeah. If you know anything about the javelin, holler at us. Please
let us know, because we're not well versed in the javelin.
Mm-mm.
If it was a lantern ring, we might be able to tell y'all something, but this wasn't the case. We just saw Mongol's daughter die, so we don't really know what to think. And so Jackin pursues, Jackin continues, and we start to, basically lose some characters. We figure out the prime directive behind Project Starro, which is to weaponize Starro, basically, to study it and weaponize it. They forced the Thinker to let them into the facility, which they they bars their way into that mug.
They really did. They really did.
Their way into that junk,
They bashed dude head into the retina scanner and everything.
Yeah, dude, they didn't care. But by the way, this isn't my favorite version of the Thinker. It was good, but the one on the Flash was better.
Yeah, I mean, to be truthfully honest, like, yeah, that's one I have to give them a knock for, because they really made Thinker just, like, basically any standard, like, you know, smart scientist in any of these kind of style movies, honestly. Yeah. You didn't really see any sort of superpower level or, like, genius, you know, overly genius level.
No, he would
displayed truthfully.
Stark, Banner, I'm talking about scientist Banner. Stark, Banner, they could all handle dude in a science off. Like, he wasn't really.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah, like Victor, what's his name? Silas Stone off from Justice League, Victor Stone's dad.
Yeah.
They easily handle dude as a scientist.
Yeah, so we do have to
Bruce Wayne probably could take dude in science.
We do have to keep it real. We understand that obviously no Thinker wasn't necessarily like the main villain per se, but still, we got to point it out. It was definitely a weak spot.
Yeah. And so then we figure out that America, of course, is the real culprit behind Project Starro, and that Peacemaker is charged with making sure that doesn't get out. That was Amanda Waller's backup plan.
The whole reason why Starro was there, even though, is that the Americans found Starro, but didn't want to conduct any experimenting with it on, you know, American soil.
No, yeah, so they did it there.
So they reached an agreement with Corto Maltese.
Yes. And then Peacemaker, after a long and arduous and very great fight, man,
Peacemaker versus Rick.
Yeah, killed my dude Rick Flag.
Oof, hard.
Favorite character, turned to my least favorite character.
Hard death here. Yes.
But the movie's not over yet. This isn't the end.
No.
We still got some more jacking. Starro, they're not out by the time the charges detonate.
And we see why. An honest mistake, basically, from our guy Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
You know, is what caused it. But look, he was trying to square up.
Yeah.
The soldiers were coming.
Yeah.
My man was distraught, rightfully so, because everybody's homie, Milton. Moment of silence from Milton. It threw him off. Okay.
Yeah. He's mad. He wanted to holler at Milton, but it didn't work out.
But man, the charges blow up, and yeah, that was crazy. And you know what? Y'all don't even waste your time trying to be upset about the physics of the explosion and how could they. No, just don't even do that.
We're not here for that.
We're not here to talk about that. You knew what it was when you signed up for this.
Yeah, dude.
You were showing.
We expected less.
Right. You're showing up for spectacle, not rationality.
And so, place comes crashing down all around him. Most everybody gets out. A Peacemaker and Bloodsport have a face-off, and Bloodsport uses smaller bullets like Peacemaker originally did, and Bloodsport uses even smaller ones, and ended up shooting Peacemaker in the neck because Peacemaker was about to shoot Ratcatcher.
Ratcatcher had managed to pick up the drive from Flag in that whole fight between them, and she was about to get murked.
But before I get off this, because I don't really have much to say about Ratcatcher, but big missed opportunity here, WB, or not even WB, actually, yeah, WB, or James Gunn, big missed opportunity with no Ben by Michael Jackson or any Willard reference with all these rats being controlled by one person. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting no Ben, you know the song, you know what I'm talking about.
Why are we gotta bring up
now our 4 surviving heroes take off to fight against Starro, who has also ripped the Thinker apart, by the way. And he was taken to the city of Kotor Maltese and decided that since he's been locked up for all these decades, he's about to tear this place apart. He said the city's his.
Pretty understandable if you think about it. I'm not gonna. I can see why he'd be angry.
So Amanda Waller says no, not our problem. Threatens to blow all their necks up, but gets hit in the back of the head with a golf club because her subordinates were sick of her shit anyway.
Right. Her subordinates are actually finally like, oh, actually, you are a little too cray. You got to sit this one out now.
Yeah, so they busted her in the back of the head. And then they go save the city. Harley Quinn says she knows why she needs the javelin. And our boy, Polka Dot Man, unintentionally sacrifices himself.
It made sense though. He kind of just displays the fact that he was not a combat savvy person.
No.
On that squad.
No. R.I.P. Polka Dot Man. Old Bloodsport quite literally pulled out the big guns and started using the mugs. And Harley Quinn stabbed dude in the eye. Saw a sort of callback to the beginning of the movie when at the back of the inside of Starro you could see its butthole from the inside, and that's when Peacemaker was saying that starfish is also another term for butthole.
Truly wild too. Yeah. I mean, everybody seemed done for, but of course, who comes through in the end to kind of help make a save? It was Ratcatcher 2. Yes. Ratcatcher 2 called upon the entire squad, the entire familia of rats in Corto Maltese. Yeah. And just they went after Starro. Sebastian and this whole clique went after Starro, man. Yes. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Don't ever test Sebastian.
Sebastian, Jerry,
Five goes away.
All of them.
Yeah, Five went to Corto Maltese today.
Yes, he did. But so Starro is defeated. The city of Corto Maltese is kind of safe. Anybody who got bit by one of Starro's spores is a dead person, so that's not really.
I mean, there were some casualties. To be honest, but no more casualties.
And Bloodsport threatens Amanda Waller with a bribe and says, "Free us, or I'm telling everybody what's on my hard drive because it's already uploaded to a secure server."
Yep.
She abides. Credits almost roll, but we figure out that Weasel from the beginning of the movie didn't die for whatever reason. That's important.
Just because.
Coughed up some water and woke up and ran off.
Just a little extra fun. Why not?
Post-credit scene, we see that Peacemaker did not die. He survives. And that's, of course, set up for the HBO Max series that's coming beginning of next year.
Yep. And I don't know, just based on everything, that series seems like it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
And I know I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's got to be good if he did this well in the movie and they decided, you know what? Series, green light. Out of everything else that fans want from us, we have faith in this.
Yep.
And if their faith in that is based on their faith in this, then I got to pull for it because I'm gonna give this one like a 9.8 out of 10.
Yeah, it did very, very well. I can't really say I have any like super serious complaints about it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I was entertained. I had some fun. Yeah, had some laughs. Saw some stuff blow up. And I saw some hero stuff developing in the Suicide Squad's own way. So like, what's not to like about it, as far as I'm concerned?
Yeah, it's a really good movie. Shout out to James Gunn for once again dropping another good flick on us with a fire soundtrack.
Absolutely.
We could probably do a whole video on the soundtrack itself because I think it has a lot of connotations to the plot, a lot of post-punk, punk, and alternative. My favorite Pixies song was featured in the film, and
very well curated.
A lot of suicide-centric songs, and I wonder if that was on purpose.
Probably, maybe, but all that being said, really good outing for DC and Warner Brothers. You know, they be stumbling a lot of times, but hey, we'll give credit where credit's due. This one, we enjoy. They ain't really, again.
Now y'all 2 for 2. This year, Warner, y'all are 2 for 2. Understand the importance of leaving the creative control in the hands of the artist. The Suicide Squad, the Snyder Cut.
Important.
Godzilla vs. Kong, Mortal Kombat.
Yep. Lean into this. Lean in more into this.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, The Suicide Squad. Yes. I'm going to be honest. I'm not very happy that I paid money to go see Black Widow and got to see this for free. I'd have paid money to see this and been glad that I did. So, y'all got y'all's formula down. Keep it like this. Release the Jenkins cut, Wonder Woman 84.
I'm sure it's out there. But for now, what we can say is that for the time being, there is a nice, sweeter taste in our mouth for DC and Warner Brothers film. So that That deserves a little applause. That deserves a little applause. And with all that being said, we're going to wrap up our review, recap, spoiler style of The Suicide Squad.
Yes, thank you guys so much for making it this far. If you like what you heard, please don't be afraid to throw us a like, share, and or comment. Don't be a stranger. Holler at us in the comments. Holler at us in DMs. Holler at us on all our socials.
We comment back.
Yes, we do. At Culture Core Academy. I'm Ping. This is Caleb, and class is dismissed.
Peace out, y'all.